Are we recording? I think we are. Hello everyone. Just give me a second to share my screen. All right. So, hello. My name is Ella Gerber, and the topic of my presentation, I need to put it in slideshow mode. Just give me a second here. The topic of my presentation is adolescents and the use of contraceptives. More specifically, I kind of want to examine which adolescents do or do not use contraceptives and why, and what groups are more or less likely to use contraceptives. So does group membership, like socioeconomic status, race group, ethnic group, gender group, have an influence over which adolescents are more or less likely to use contraceptives? So just to live a little overview about how I am structuring this presentation, I'm going to give you two articles with all of the data I'm going to use about adolescent contraceptive use, and then I'm going to tie the information from those two articles together using a final article. So away we go. So our first article for today, entitled "What Do We Know About Sexual Reproductive Health of Adolescents in Europe?" conducted by L. Avery and G. Lasdane in 2008. And what they did was they conducted survey questionnaire research as well as archival research all across Europe regarding the sexual reproductive health of European adolescents. And something, I think my favorite thing they found, the most interesting thing in the article to me, was the percentage of females that value contraceptives in Europe ranged from as low as about 31.1% in Serbia to as high as 90.2% in the UK. And for males, it ranged from about 32.5% in Lithuania to about 92.6% in the UK. And this is a little tidbit of information that is going to come in handy at the end. But Serbia and Lithuania, but specifically Serbia, are significantly poorer than the UK. So hold on to that because it'll make sense at the end. Our second article about contraceptives is entitled "Factors Influencing Reproductive Health Among Adolescents in Lao PDR." To clarify, Lao PDR is People's Democratic Republic of Laos. I didn't know what that was when I first found the article, so I thought I'd explain. And for this article, K. Fungluksa et al. Conducted interview questionnaire-based research in Lao PDR, and what they did was they interviewed 837 adolescent girls aged about 10 to 19, and one of the interview topics regarding knowledge of contraceptives. Just a little background on Lao PDR, it has the highest teenage pregnancy rate as well as the highest maternal mortality rate in Southeast Asia, so that's why they targeted this for the study. And one of the things that they found among the people they interviewed, the girls they interviewed, was that among sexually active adolescents, only 35.2% use contraceptives. And these between boys and girls was said to be pretty equal. There wasn't a significant gender difference. Something else that they found in their research was adolescents in rural districts had less knowledge about contraceptives than adolescents in urban areas. And as we know, based off of history and current times, rural districts, rural areas tend to be significantly more poor than urban areas. And another interesting tidbit of information about Lao PDR is about 25% of the population is in poverty. So this is a very, very poor nation. All right, so what do these results mean? Why does this matter? I'm going to tell you. The last article that kind of ties all this together is entitled "The Effect of School Poverty on Adolescent Sexual Health Knowledge." It was conducted by R. Atkins et al. In 2012. And what Atkins et al. Did was they selected 80 US high schools to participate in questionnaire research. They collected a bunch of demographic information about all of the participants, and the participants themselves were required to fill out a sexual health quiz called the Knowledge Quiz. And the overarching results, the big finding of the questionnaires, were that high school students of lower socioeconomic status had significantly less knowledge about sexual health than those from higher socioeconomic status. So, being that Serbia is the 9th poorest country in Europe, Lao PDR is one of the poorest countries in Asia with 25% living in poverty, and Lithuania is not quite as poor as these other countries, but it is significantly less wealthy than most European countries. And poorer countries tend to foster poorer sexual reproductive health. It can be deduced from these studies that socioeconomic status and the education that is fostered in countries with financial problems and a lot of people in lower socioeconomic status, these factors play a heavy, heavy hand in which adolescents use contraceptives and which don't. So that is my presentation. I hope you enjoyed how pretty and pink and cartoony it was. I know I did. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I will see you on the flippity flip. If I can stop the share. Yes, no? All right. Have a good day.